Hey, what's happening, HDpiano students? This is Dan here, and I've got a lesson for you on My Way by Calvin Harris. In this part 1 video, we'll take a look at the main progression, which sounds like this. 2, 3, 4. Second half. Alright, so that's the main progression to My Way by Calvin Harris. The only other piece of music we need to learn is the outro, and you'll find that, as well as the whole song run-through, at HDpiano.com when you're finished with part 1. And as usual, a question before I break this down. The question is, what's stopping you from achieving your goals? That's kind of what this song is about. It's a person that perhaps is getting in Calvin Harris's way, preventing him from getting done what he wants done. So my question is, what things in your life are stopping you from achieving your dreams and your goals? I'd like to hear about them. Comment below. Okay, so we've got a fairly simple progression here, the first half of the main progression, and I'm just going to walk through these chords here. We start on E minor. This is middle C, by the way. So we're fairly low on the keyboard. After this, we kind of just descend with the right hand. So this is an E minor chord, E in the left, B, E, G in the right. The next chord is a D chord, left hand down to D. The right hand kind of collapses on itself. I'm going to play index and ring on D and F sharp. So we have this, E minor to D. The next chord looks a lot like this, shape-wise. It's just down on G. So G in the left hand, G and B in the right hand. This is an implied G major chord. Now shift all this up to the next nearest white note. This is a minor chord. A in the left, A, C in the right. So let's recap those first 4 chords before we move on. We started with E minor. Next was D, kind of collapsing that E minor chord into a D chord. Then G. Then A minor. Then there's only 3 other chords in the series, and it happens to start the same way that the beginning does. E minor, D, and then that third new chord is A minor 7. A in the left, and now the G in the right hand now has G and middle C. Okay, this gives us a cool sounding A minor 7 chord. So the whole progression sounds like this, real slowly. 2, ready, and E minor to D to G to A minor to E minor to D to A minor 7. 2, repeat all that. E minor, D, G, A minor, E minor, D, A minor 7. All right, so if you weren't able to make that chord transition, I would recommend rewinding, memorizing these chords, and practicing them at your own tempo until you can get it there, because that is pretty slow. So the tempo we're aiming for is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 120 beats per minute. And we're playing 2 counts per chord. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. So let's try perhaps a medium tempo. And before we do that, I'd like to make a note about just a little nuance here in the performance of these chords. They're not just playing, whomever recorded the piano part isn't just playing all the notes at once. And you'll see me doing this too. I'm trying to replicate it as best I can. They're doing this. And on these chords, they do play them together. But these chords in particular, the E minor and the D, there's a distinct roll happening from bottom to top. So you can see how subtly I'm just rolling. It's happening quickly, but it's there. And this too. It's almost like that D is going to hit before that F sharp. Okay, so that's a nuance that I think is important to the performance of this part. And then these two chords are pretty much laid down together. I'm not hearing too much there, maybe you are, but those two in particular are going to need that roll. Okay, that said, let's try a medium tempo and see if we can make these chord changes together. 1, 2, ready. E minor, D, G, A minor, E minor, D, A minor 7. Repeat. E minor, D, G major, A minor, E minor, D, A minor 7. 2, 3, a little faster. E minor, D major, G, A minor, E minor, D, A minor 7. One more time at this speed. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that part that I just played there is what we'll learn next. That's the second half to this main riff. Okay, it's under the collective main riff because they share the same chords. E minor, D. Again, that's E minor, D. That right hand keeps going up. Now we have a G chord, which is G and B. And then we raise it up once more to A minor. And on the repeat we play. Starts the same. And it ends on this open A chord, A in the left, E, and A in the right. Okay, so the toughest part about this is by far the rhythm. It's got that kind of electro EDM quality to it, and we're doing our best to replicate it on piano, and I think we're doing a good job. Let's play it slowly so you can hear how this rhythm sounds slowly. 1, 2, ready, and listen, and... Okay, so I'm not going to break the rhythm down here. I'm not going to count it out. I don't think that would be a very logical way to teach it to you. So I'm just going to have you try to copy me. Okay, mimic what I'm doing here rhythmically. Let's try it together at a slow speed and see if we can make our way up to that goal tempo of 120 BPM. So slowly together. 1 E and 2 E and ready and play E and. This is definitely one of those parts that's going to need some support. Tap your toe, click your teeth, whatever you need to do to get through this, maintaining that pulse. All right, that's the kind of feel you want. Let's do it at a medium tempo now. 1 E and 2 E and ready and play E and. Alright, and now let's try it at 120. Bump, 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 bump. A little faster than we just played it. Here we go. This is the goal tempo. 1 and 2 and ready and play. right, so there you have it. That's the second half to the main progression, and that's all we're learning in this video. The next piece, the final piece, is the outro. That happens at HDpiano.com right before we do the whole song playthrough. So this is fun so far, guys. It's a pretty simple song, and I hope you'd like to learn the rest with me. Well, I do have your attention. I'd like to direct you to our social media happenings. On Twitter, you can send us your requests. We are at HDpiano. The hashtag is HDrequests. On Facebook, we'd appreciate a thumbs up, a like over there. And on Instagram, we'd like to see your performances. Send us a short clip of something that you've learned with us. Tag us in the video, hashtag HDpiano in the video, and we'll find it and we will repost it on our channel for all of our followers to see. And that's about it, guys. Again, the rest is at HDpiano.com. My name is Dan, and this is the home of the hybrid piano lesson. We'll see you for the next piece.